everybody, this is Jet85. Welcome again to the channel. In today's review, I'll bring to you guys the complete set of the line of Zoteki figures of Transformers G1 generation. Basically, as you can see, they use the main characters as Bumblebee, Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, and Grimlock. The only one that is not in robot form is Grimlock. It's only in his Dinobot form, which is kind of interesting. I would think that they will have him also as a figure, but I guess, you know, the dinosaur is more interesting than the robot itself. So anyway, the last time I did a review of the figure, it was only for Grimlock, but today I actually got the whole line. It was pretty easy. It wasn't really hard. Like I said before, I got these figures out of Target. Basically, everyone is so busy trying to get Kingdom and Studio Series 86 that they don't really pay attention to this line, to these figures. So I say, why not, you know? Just as a collector, as a collector of Transformers, you know, I think this is a pretty nice figures, and not really that expensive. Like I said before, they're about $8 plus tax here in the U.S. at the Target store, and they're not really bad at all. I mean, even though they're just standalone figures, you don't really transform at all. They just basically for display. But it's still nice to have him. I did see a Zoteki line for Marvel Comics figures, so if you guys are interested on that too, you can actually get him in there. I only seen it in the Target store. I haven't seen it somewhere else. So basically, if you look at the if you finish watching this video, you'll see the link for the past video that I did about Grimlock, which I have him over here. And basically, this is it. It's just this whole set, this whole line is basically this. So I'm gonna take out these figures out of the box, and we're gonna do a review of the whole figures alone. Basically, there's no really need for me to do individual video for each figure, since they're really simple. They're not really transformable, like I said before. They don't transform at all. They don't do any type of movements. All they do is just basically standing there. So that's about it. So we're gonna be unboxing all these figures, and I'm gonna put them all in the set, and we'll review each figure and see how how the design is. See if you guys like it or not. All right, let's check it out. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Now that we have all the figures out of the packages, let's go over it really quick with the main figures. Of course, it's talking about Optimus Primes. So you can see it over here. Pretty neat, pretty nice. Very nice colors. The red does resemble the G1 character. The blue, I like the blue, is actually different compared to Soundwave. I was looking at Soundwave earlier, and his blue is really light. You know, it would be darker. A darker blue would be nice on Soundwave, but I guess they wanted to make a difference between Soundwave and Optimus Prime as far as the blue goes. But yeah, I wish it would be a little bit darker on the blue for Soundwave. Anyway, so Optimus Prime, here it goes. Optimus Prime, the head, as you can see, is a little bit bigger than the body itself, or it's kind of proportional to the body. But it's nice, you know, it has a little yellow dots in there for the lights on the front of the of his chest. The little gun, his typical gun. It does kind of move. I mean, it's holding there. It's not really attached to it, so you can actually move it to say like, hey, what's up, I just shoot you. Anyway, yeah, no, it's a pretty nice figure, pretty cool. You know, bumps in there, I guess it's just plastic, clear plastic in there, nothing more than that. Yeah, it's nice. Now let's put them over here on the side. Like I say, these figures, they don't articulate, they don't move. They basically stationary, so you can have him standalone. Megatron, as you can see, his head or his face doesn't really resemble any Megatron that I know of. I mean, yeah, the whole body, the the body itself, the color, everything just seems like a G1 Megatron. But yeah, the face, I think they could have done better on the face. But well, you know. Who knows? Maybe they didn't really get the they couldn't get the face on Megatron pretty good. But anyway, yep. So plastic over here. This is a nice figure, you know, gray with his cannon, arm cannon, shooting in there. Pretty nice color, purple. Now we have a Starscream, which actually Starscream is pretty good. I mean, his face, his facial expression, just like a Starscream. A little smirk in there. His eyes red. The wings, everything is pretty cool. The only bad thing about it is it doesn't transform. I wish it would have transformed or somehow do any type of movements, but that's okay. Not a big deal. You know, coming out from his thrusters in there. A pretty nice figure for Starscream. You know, I really like a Starscream. Now on the package, there's a variant figure that it says in here, right over here. I'm not sure if it's, I don't know what's going on with that figure. I don't know if it's something hidden or it's supposed to come out. I don't know what's the purpose of that figure. I mean, it looks like a Starscream, given the shade of it. So it could be Thundercracker or Skywarp. Could be any of those signs. You know, they're all Seekers. They're all the same type of mold. So who knows? Well, let's go move to the next one. As we were previously seeing, Soundwave, which is kind of cool. Soundwave always looking good. The only thing about this Soundwave that I don't like is the Laserbeak is coming out of his back, and he's kneeling. He's in a position that he actually is kneeling down so Soundwave can come out, and everybody knows that Soundwave comes out of his chest, not his back. And I wish it would have him posted like this. It would have looked a lot cooler like that, you know, being able to see him like this compared to like this. But it's okay, you know. It's part of the design that they did with the Soundwave. But the insignia in there is pretty cool. The Decepticon insignia. I'm sorry, I wasn't pointing. I was looking at the figure and not the camera. And the insignia in there is pretty cool. So that's a nice touch in there. Pretty nice detail as far as the mode in there. The form of the robot. So it's not bad at all. And Grimlock, we've seen it before, but it's nevertheless is always one of my favorite characters. It's always one of my favorite figures. And it just Grimlock stands up with his big fire coming out of his mouth. So it's pretty nice on Grimlock. And the last one, get the yellow one, Bumblebee. Now Bumblebee here, his head is kind of disproportional to the body, as I mentioned it before in Optimus Prime. But it's still a pretty cool figure to look at. It pretty cool figure to see in there in action. His face is a little weird, but you know, at least he's smiling. Typical Bumblebee. His arms in there, kind of cool. You know, he's standing in a explosion going on, I think, or it's supposed to be him firing rockets from his feet. I don't think he ever had any rockets in his feet, so I don't understand what's the explosion there for. Maybe he's just escaping out of the explosion. Yeah, it could be that. Anyway, so pretty nice figures, pretty cool. I know it's not for everybody since they don't transform. You know, there is Transformers fans that like only figures that transform. They don't really like standalone figures. But you know, if you guys are interested in picking up this one, there's here is what they look like. Here is basically, you know, what they are. There's not really much to it. They just standalone figures. You can buy the whole set. It's not really that expensive, to be honest with you guys. And or if you just want to buy your favorite character, you can just do it too. But honestly, I think it looks a lot cooler if you do the whole set. So I'm gonna put this together right now, and let's see. So following this diagram over here, or following this reference as the picture over here, it's not really that complicated, honestly. So let's go over here. So we'll put this on the side. So we start with Bumblebee. Let's start with Bumblebee over here. Let's start with Bumblebee, and then we can go with Optimus Prime. As you can see, he goes over here, right there, and it has these little slots in it that connects to this one's over here. So we can go with the next figure, which in the back it will be Grimlock. So Grimlock connects over here, right in there. There you go. And then we can go with the Starscream, or we can go with Megatron. Megatron will be the easiest since it connects right there in there. And then we can go with the Starscream. The connections are in there for us to guide us. And then Soundwave. And yep. So this goes in here. And there you go. Pretty cool. Let's look at the details in there. Let me move in the camera a little bit. Okay, see how it looks compared to this one over here. As you can see, obviously in the picture, yeah, they're kind of separate a little bit. I mean, it looks a lot separate with Megatron and Optimus Prime. Here in real life, they're a lot or they're a lot closer to each other, which is kind of nice, I guess. It's good. It looks good to me. You know, you can post it in there. It's a nice set that you can post in your collection. You can add it to your collection. I honestly like it. I'm gonna add it to my collection of Transformers figures, so it'll be nice. I'll probably put them back in the packet on the package and just head it back home and display it really nice. Okay, everybody, with this image over here, we're gonna conclude our video review of the Zoteki figures. Remember, these figures are just a standalone figures. They don't transform. They just basically just standing there for display. So it's a pretty nice display. Like I said before, you can get them individually, or you can get the whole set if you like it. You can find it at the Target store. They're not really at the Transformers section. They're actually more in the Funko side section, where they have different type of figures for just display, like this one's over here. So that's my tip for you guys, to where to find these figures. Okay, so I hope you guys like the video. Please share the video, comment on it if you have any questions about it. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're interested. If you like the context, just subscribe to the channel and you will receive news of new items that I'll be putting up for reviews. So there you go. All right, well, enjoy your collectibles, and we'll see you on the next review. Bye bye.